It's a site here on Yonge and St. Clair that puts one of Canada's most pressing issues on display. And the women behind here have been sleeping, living here for the last 38 days. They've been in front of the Indigenous and Northern Affairs offices to make sure our country and especially our government doesn't forget about the Indigenous youth suicide crisis that's plaguing most of our communities in Northern Ontario. They've already made some progress in getting the minister to meet with them, and a group of men have also set up a camp to support their cause and concern not too far from here.
Through the month of July, there was 4 more suicides that had happened.
A sacred fire inside David Balfour Park has been burning steadily for the last 12 days, part of a vigilant call to action for an epidemic plaguing many First Nation communities in Canada: youth suicide.
The fire is burning for the kids in the north, and that's the purpose of it. It's burning to honor them, that they're not forgotten down here. Data
from Health Canada shows the suicide rate for Indigenous youth is 5 to 7 times higher than non-Indigenous youth. The face of this crisis evident throughout our province. The Anishinaabe Aski Nation, Pikangikum, Arawapiskat, just some of the communities affected.
It's outrageous for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids to be thinking of suicide. It's unbelievable. And for the kids in Arawapiskat last year when we were here to make suicide pacts together, where 11 kids chose to take their lives all at once, it's unheard of.
That was earlier this month when we introduced you to the group of women behind the first vigil in front of the Indigenous and Northern Affairs Canada office.
I'm helping this group of women to hold the government accountable to what they're supposed to be responsible for, which is those children in those northern communities.
The solution isn't easy, but they want the government to do more than just send social workers to the communities. And 38 days into the vigil, they have the attention of Minister Carolyn Bennett's office. A statement reads, the minister met with the members to listen to their concerns. The meeting was positive and we look forward to continuing the dialogue. Jeffrey says they asked for 2 things.
A progress report as to what has been done to address this issue, and a timeline and the plan of action as to what is going to be done to address the issue.
Living in the park day and night has come with its share of challenges. There were complaints from residents who felt a campsite didn't belong there. But Jeffrey says most of the community has been curious and supportive. He says this letter was even written and posted up in the park, penned by one of the neighbors.
We're dedicated to staying for a very long time because we want to see these children actually have a better way of life. Hopefully this will be the last time that we have to raise issues in this manner to actually get action to be taken by the government.
And the minister's office told me that there is a second meeting in the works that's expected to take in the coming days. Now, you saw in that story that there is a fence around the campsite at the park. That fence is currently there to keep wildlife away, but tomorrow, Jeffrey tells me, that fence will be coming down to make for an even more open environment where residents and those frequenting the parks can come in, they can ask some questions and learn a little bit more about why Jeffrey and the group is there.